Hello children, my name is Sarah and I would love to share with you today my brand new story called The Mole and the Sunflower. And it's all inspired from this special flower, which is probably one of my favourite flowers. And it reminds me of the sunshine. So grab yourself a blanket, grab yourself a teddy bear, get cosy and off we go. The little mole lived underground, but he always loved to hear the sound of tweeting birds in the trees, mowing lawns and bumblebees. He especially enjoyed to see the sight of the garden sunflower, yellow and bright. Wow, it was actually his favourite flower. He would pop up from underground to check on her each hour. Now Mole lived in the countryside. From Farmer John he loved to hide, dodging the tractor's heavy wheels, whilst digging for his tasty meals. One very lovely summer's day, Farmer John and his son came out to play. They had planted some new saplings in the ground. Mole he sniffed. More sunflowers he had found. Now Mole had quite poor eyesight, but certain colours were pure and bright. He really loved the colour yellow, and he was a very jolly fellow. First little mouse sniffed at the plant, watched by the army of garden ants. Then out popped Mole's little nose. The little mouse stood still and froze. "Excuse me, mouse, leave them alone. My sunflowers are not fully grown. Leave them right where they belong." A little robin burst into song. "Tweet, tweet, tweet," the robin agreed. He would come back for the sunflower seeds. So the little mouse was shooed away. Shoo, shoo, shoo. He thought, I'll come back another day. Days went by and the saplings grew. They rose up tall to the sky so blue. Then along came Rabbit with a hop, hop, hop. Mole popped up his head. "Excuse me, stop. These plants are not food for you. These are soon to be sunflowers, brand new." The plants now all had a flower head. "Go and find something else to eat instead." So off hopped Rabbit to find some lunch. "I'll find some carrots that I can munch." Next morning there was a golden sky. The sunflowers opened as the birds flew by. Mrs. Squirrel jumped over the farmer's gate to find some berries, seeds and dates. Then she spotted the sunflower seeds. Some had fallen amongst the weeds. Something was up, thought little Mole. He peered up from his underground hole. "Excuse me, Mrs. Squirrel, do you mind? There are plenty of other seeds you can find." Mrs. Squirrel had leapt up onto the leaves. She pulled and tugged and heaved, shaking more seeds onto the soil. "Oh, please, please stop. You're going to spoil all of the time it's taken to grow. Please, Mrs. Squirrel, it's important, you know." Mrs. Squirrel looked at Mole, peeking up from his underground hole. The sunflowers swayed in the breeze as if they were waving at the plants in the trees. It really is a glorious sight when the sunflowers come. Then Mole and Squirrel heard a tweet and a hum. The robin and the dragonfly both had come to see, followed by the rabbit and the bumblebee. Next came Mouse and Squirrel too, watching the sunflower against the sky so blue. The sunflowers made Mole happy and smile. They shone with beauty and they were seen for miles. That day the animals fell in love with all the sunflowers too. It gave them feelings of happiness and such a beautiful view. So children, that's my story about the mole and the sunflower. And I wonder what flowers you like. What's your favourite? But I really enjoyed telling you that story and I really hope you enjoyed it. So good night and see you again soon.